You know, they say good things come in small packages. And while that's true, good things come in big packages too, and this is one big package. I'm inside the 2020 Lexus RX450hL. H stands for hybrid, L stands for long wheelbase, which means there is a third row in this thing. There's also a special treat in the middle, but first, let's check this thing out. Now, we lab tested the 2019 RX a few months back, but for 2020, Lexus made some new updates. And whether you have a fur kid or maybe just a furry kid, I think you're gonna find this longer version is way better for families. For starters, third row ventilation. The vent is perfectly, or should I say perfectly positioned to blast air in your dog's face. Yes, they are, I know. And when the seats are down, the climate control still works, which was not the case for the BMW X7, if you recall. Seats back here go up and down with the push of a button. Now, you do have to hold it the whole time, but definitely great for people with limited range of motion, a small child. I bet you could even train a dog to do this. And when the seats are both down, you have a big, wide open space. Unless you have a Great Dane, Great Pyrenees, Clifford, you probably won't be able to fit more than one dog back there, but definitely two Andies. Legroom looks like this. Second row seat has to be pushed up a little bit. If you push that second row seat back, you got no legs, okay? Great sight lines to the front, and you can get back here without even moving the second row seat because, you ready for it? Here's the special treat. You have captain's chairs! Woohoo! Comes standard in this model, but also available in the non-hybrid RXL. And they are real captain's chairs because you don't have a center console blocking the aisle, which makes it that much more dog-friendly. Whether you have people or bags on these seats, your dog can still see forward, which makes for a much more enjoyable ride. Plus, these seats move back and forth, hey, and they recline. Woo! Hello, Miss Andie girl. You notice the privacy shades, nice touch too. Some additional vents here, plus these seats are heated. You got some storage in the doors, seat backs. Plus you have some additional underfloor storage in that rear, cargo cover, but another one of my favorites down here. Boop! How cute is that cup holder? Now you can also push these seats down almost fully flat. Follow the directions. 1 and then 2. If you just press 2, you're gonna think the seat's broken. It's not. Do 1 and then 2. Usually I would ride around like this so Andie could really see forward, but because of the open, airy feel back here, having both captain's chairs up has worked well for us. To be honest with you, even if I didn't need all the extra seating, I still think this longer version is the way to go, especially pertaining to a fur kid. Right, Andie? So that's it. That's a wrap. End of video. Hope you enjoyed. Is it lab approved? Yep. Just kidding. There are some new features up front I want to show you too, but first, the ASUS giveaway is still going on. We are giving away 8 laptops. If you need one or know someone in need, be sure to enter. I'll give you more details later. But speaking of tech, whew, look at that screen up front. Oh boy. Now featuring a touchscreen with a pinch zoom function. The map projects across the whole thing. It's big. You can definitely see that from that third row. Probably the car behind you could see it too. And guess what else this has? Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I don't have Apple CarPlay in my personal vehicle, so when I need to use Waze, I'm looking at this little screen. It is mega size compared to my phone. And I took this on the road over Christmas, so I can attest to the seamless integration with a smartphone. Very user-friendly. And I found myself going back and forth between the touch and the touchpad. And like I mentioned in the LC video, this touchpad, it feels more precise. Now this whole center console armrest between the trim and the pinstripe pattern, beautiful leather. This is totally decked out, ventilated, heated seat, a heated wheel with wood and leather. Very classy, but I want to point out two things. A phone holder, boop, and adjustable cup holder. Look at this thing, push down, pop. However, I do feel there were a few missed opportunities. If this were a wireless charger and if it had wireless CarPlay, I could just slap my phone here. I wouldn't have to worry about my phone becoming a projectile if I had to brake suddenly, and I wouldn't have to deal with cords. Now you do have some USB ports here. The actual port to connect CarPlay is in here. So really this thing, I guess it's probably best for your passenger. And being that this is the most expensive RX, I wish this was equipped with air suspension. If I could manually lower it from the rear, this could quite possibly be one of the best dogmobiles. Anyway, climate. You can tap it. You have some hard buttons here. And adjusting climate for the rear up here, it's clear and you don't have to hunt around looking for controls. And when it comes to Lexus comfort, I personally think they are on a whole different level. I spent hours driving in this thing. Not once did my derriere or lower back hurt, which is usually the case. And I'm pretty sure the same went for Andie. She was real calm on a 6+ hour drive in Christmas traffic. Right, girl? This is such a smooth, cushy, quiet ride. It feels solid, super planted with this all-wheel drive system. And look at Andie. She's got her space, yet still feels secure. This has a 3.5-liter V6 paired with a self-charging motor, delivers 308 total horsepower. And because this is a hybrid, my range seems endless. I kid you not, full tank of gas, I think it was like 430 miles. And I drove this in traffic, like I said, 6 to 7 hours. I didn't even come close to using up a whole tank. I think I only used half a tank on my trip. Insane, which is a huge plus if you're traveling with a fur kid, because I don't know about you, but anytime I go to a gas station, Andie is barking her brains off at the attendant. So less stops is always a plus. Now you also have different driving modes like Eco, Normal, Sport, EV mode. I've been mostly in Normal and we've been doing just fine, right girl? As you can see, there's a lot of carpeting, especially on the sides, which I know seems to be more of a luxury in the auto world. It would be nice to substitute that with a plastic, much easier to clean when you have a fur kid. And the exterior paint color is new for Lexus, Nori Green Pearl. Redesigned grille, get the hamburgers out, that thing is huge. This also looks like a cheese grater. Beautiful LED headlights along with the ambient lighting. And as you'd expect, this is loaded with safety features, panoramic view monitor, 4 cameras, you can check out all the sides, top down. And one feature that caught me by surprise, I was backing out of a spot in a busy parking lot. This thing went brrr! It applied the brakes and detected that another vehicle was passing by. It really worked. Another cool feature this has, it's called Active Cornering Assist, which basically utilizes the brakes on the inside wheel to help avoid oversteer and keep you within your lane, which makes you feel more secure, and I'm all about that added safety for Andie. There's also a speaker mounted in the front bumper that emits a sound, so when you're driving at low speeds or in EV mode, it will notify pedestrians. Very nice. We love our pedestrians. This also has a Mark Levinson audio system, which we thoroughly enjoyed on our road trip. But aside from all the safety and tech, this long wheelbase doesn't feel that much longer when you're driving. And even though Andie's a little bit further back, having these open sight lines to the rear is a game changer. I can still launch a treat back there, which would be much harder if that were a bench seat. So with that said, our top 5 doggo features are: 1. Power rear door with kick sensor for easy loading. 2. 2, climate vents that make sense, right, Andy? 3, legit captain's chairs with open sight lines. You like that, didn't you? Yes, she did. 4, comfortable. Comfortable? Comfortable? Did I mention comfortable? I think you get it by now. And 5, the new touch feature on that infotainment. And when you're actually driving, you don't have to lean forward because you still got that touchpad, which we like. Big thanks to Lexus for letting us lab test this 2020 RX450hL. I think it's obvious, but to be official, Andy, is this lab approved? Yep, no brainer, totally lab approved. Now about the giveaway, don't forget to enter, the link is down below. We also partnered with Savage Geese and Micah Drives, so you can follow them for additional entries. 8 laptops means 8 winners, which I will announce in 2 weeks. Subscribe for more, click the bell so you know when our next video goes live, and our next lab tested review is gonna be hot. We'll see you next time, bye.